Looking at the trim tab power reservoir in the back of this main ship 35, barely see the fluid right there. We'll take the flashlight and put it on the other side. So you can see the fluid levels there. Then you have to read this and see where the fluid level is supposed to be. And then before you ask what kind of fluid should I have, the answer is written on the label. It's ATF, automatic transmission fluid. That's what you should have on your trim tab. So that's the reservoir. Up here are the solenoids for up and down. Then you've got the tubes that go out. And where do the tubes go? There they go. Right, but nope, that's a ground wire. I can't find the tubes, but they go back behind that on the outside of the boat. So now we're looking at transformers for leg 1, shore power 1, shore power 2. And that's your water heater, which actually has red hot, blue cold, and this does not have the optional plug-in for your engine, so you could run antifreeze in here and back out there. Then the antifreeze coming off the engine would be 180 degrees and heat this water up really hot, really fast, free, no electricity required.
Okay, that's the way my other boat was.
Well, this has the option if you want to do it. Then here is the muffler.
So right now, the only way that water is heated is with shore power or generator.
Electricity, correct. Electricity.
And it could be heated with the engine, but you have to run a hose, water hose over to it from one of the engines.
You have to actually run a heater hose to it, a high temperature pressurized hose,
Yeah.
and run it in here and out there. And then that would be an engine heated water heater.
Yeah.
And while I'm squinched up back here, look at that. That is your water lift muffler for the generator. Then that weird gray thing up on the wall is an anti-siphon device. So if you're not, I'll show you the video when I come out.
Okay, I can see here a little bit.
So you see that gray thing?
Yes, what is that?
That's an anti-siphon device. So if you're not running the generator and the boat is underway, it will not siphon water backwards into the system and drown the engine by putting water on top of one of the pistons while the engine's not running.
Okay, yeah.
Let me pop this open. And I wanted to see where that hose clamp came from that we found.
So you'll see a new hose clamp.
Well, I see a brand new alternator on the engine, on the generator engine. And up here, what do I see up here? I see soot. So that proves that they had an exhaust leak somewhere and failed to clean up all the soot. And I don't know if your surveyor called that out in the survey or not.
He said something about the generator wasn't working, and so the owner agreed to make it repairs, and he spent what I understand was quite a bit of money on it.
Okay. Well, here you can see some evidence of an exhaust leak. Carbon leak from the exhaust. And carbon leak, of course, is CO, poisonous carbon monoxide gases, which will poison you and kill you. And in the case of a generator, you're running the generator while you're sleeping, so you want to have CO, carbon monoxide detectors, operational in the boat, because this generator room is open to the engine room, which is beneath your salon area, which of course communicates down the stairs into your sleeping berth.
So why would you have the generator running while you sleep?
At anchor, to keep the air conditioner going.
Oh, gotcha.
It's an important accessory in South Florida.
Gotcha.
So what I would do, I would get down here with the paper towel and clean up all that carbon deposit right there,
Gotcha.
and then watch it in the next couple of days, couple of weeks, couple of months, make sure that the repair is complete. But what clued me into all of this was that 3-inch hose clamp that we found laying up on top of the generator.
So you see a new one.
No, I don't. I don't see a new hose clamp. I just saw the old hose clamp.
So how is it clamped on?
Well, I see 2 new hose clamps right here, where the rubber hose goes on to the elbow.
Okay.
Those are 2 new hose clamps. And then this thing here, this wire, is your no cooling water safety shutdown wire. So if your raw water cooling system fails and the exhaust overheats, that safety switch will turn off the generator. Instead of it running hot and destroying itself, it'll save itself with that shutdown switch.
Gotcha.
Now the one thing that you can see here on the camera, you can see some soot marks up here. I'll show them to you on the camera. You see some soot marks. That's evidence of the leak. So I'm seeing some new paint, new hoses, new hose clamps, new parts. I actually see a brand new alternator. The original alternator would be painted white like the rest of all the equipment. And if you want to research it, you can look up the code number right there and research it to find out when it was built. But somebody did a lot of good work on here, and it looks like they did it right. They just left that clue, that hose clamp. And they left the clue with that soot, that dirty soot. Okay, so we're doing good. And now all I gotta do is just crawl out of here.